Hey, what's going on? First of all, can everybody see and hear me? Okay, I'm on about a 13-second, I figure, a delay. I see we got Wendy, we got Braden, we got Haas, and we have my comments are a little bit lagging. Oh, Miss Brindle's here. So, and I'm murdering the pronunciation of your name, Denisha. I don't know. So thanks for joining me and happy St. Patty's Day. If everybody can see and hear me. Made it to the first one, Wendy. Yeah. Oh, see, I have to go to StreamYard for that. So the comments on StreamYard are about a minute behind, but the comments on Facebook, well, Facebook too, because we're on live on Facebook right now as well. But the comments on YouTube are pretty accurate. You can see and hear me. Cool. I thought I'd come today. So happy St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day. And I appreciate everybody. I saw, was that Mama Swift I saw in here? Mama Swift. Yeah. Mama Swift is a former champion of the fairies. Christmas in July fairies is coming up. We're gearing up for that. But today I thought I would just fix some lights today and have a chit chat with you. So we have, first of all, what are you doing today? I'll tell you what I'm doing today. I'm doing two things today in addition to this. This morning I had to rush out and get me some shamrock cookies because my dog went over to my mother-in-law's yesterday, and my mother-in-law is a baker extraordinaire. And she had two lovely, delicious, probably delicious loaves of hot bread right out of the oven. And my dog took a loaf of bread. So this morning I had to go get my mother-in-law some gifts. My wife, Jean, will be taking over there shortly. So mother-in-law, if you're watching this, apologize for the dog. The second thing we're going to do today is yesterday was 68 degrees, light breeze, sun everywhere. And wife and I, you know what? We're both going to take the day off. We're to go downtown. We have two entertainment districts down here in Wichita. We have Delano, and when Wichita was first founded, the east side of the river. And if you're from Kansas, you call it the Arkansas River. If you're anywhere but Kansas, you call it the Arkansas River. But Wichita was on the east side of the river, and Delano was on the west side. And Wyatt Earp was a police officer here, and his job was to keep the prostitutes and the riffraff from Delano from coming over to the east side of the river to Wichita is one of his responsibilities here. So Delano is now a hotbed of entertainment districts. You got shops and restaurants and bars and restaurants. It's fun. And then on the east side of the river is the Old Town district, which has probably 30 bar and grills, 40 restaurants, and they have these scooters. You have an app on your phone, and you rent these scooters for like $1 a mile. They're basically, if you have a kid who has a Razor scooter, it's that, but they're electric, and they'll take you. If you get a good one, about 20 miles an hour. If you get a bad one, about 10 miles an hour. But we were just going to go bar to bar and restaurant to restaurant and follow the bagpipers from where one location to the other. But instead, it's raining and it's 40 degrees. So I guess I would have paid to look at the weather. But nonetheless, today we're going to have some fun, you and me, and I'm going to do some lights. I'm going to fix some lights with you guys. And let's see if I can kind of catch up on some comments here. Let's see. Mama Swift, Charlie Christmas. Yeah, I got that name from KB Fibers. I won Karen's Christmas in July fairy thing, and she actually made this for me. KB Fibers did, and she when she sent that to me, she didn't know my last name, so she put down Charlie Christmas. And you know what? So that's a heck of a moniker. I'm gonna keep that. So heck yeah. Let's see what we got here. Working on a commission crib size blanket. Very cool. Heath Roberts, 20-second delay. He says. So we'll go back over here into StreamYard and boom. Mama Swift, Charlie Christmas. So I'm just going to fix some lights today. And I'm going to get my mouse pad here out of the way a little bit. I guess I probably need that. So I'm a huge fan of the LED keeper. Boom. And the LED keeper has saved me, I don't know how many different things today or this season. Saved me so many lights. Like these, I would normally just throw away. They're half out. And the reason why they're half out is actually this is probably going to be a pretty quick fix. I probably don't need the keeper for this at all. But on if you've watched any of my shows, any of my light shows on the YouTube channel, then you know I have 2 trees that I illuminate, and the one, if you're watching on the screen, the one on the left, half the lights are out. And the reason why half the lights are out is because squirrels decided to eat my lights, and they chewed through my green, my white, my blue, my red, chewed through every dang one of them. So one video I'm going to have coming out probably in the Christmas and July series, maybe before that, is how to fix these, doing heat shrink, which we're not going to do today. Today I'm just going to do it kind of the old-fashioned way. But you can see a nice clean bite right there. Well, you can see that. But yeah, so we're going to fix those here today. Actually, I probably don't need the keeper for this. Let's see here. Haas says, I'm here as long as I can, waiting on a life-altering call for the good. Okay, life-altering call. So let's see, you're a Mason, but you're already in the Masons. So probably not life-altering because you're already in the Masons. Got a promotion in the Santa Claus, the Real Bearded Santa Claus of America group. I probably didn't get that right. Life-altering call. Buying a house in Ohio. I'm going to go with buying a house in Ohio. Hey, John, haven't seen you here for a while. What's up, Charlie? I love your videos. I want to get involved in a show of my own. Not sure where to start. Email me, christmasoncrestline@gmail.com, and we'll need to have a chit-chat. I am recruiting hard for more people to start Christmas light shows. I have looked, and I have looked, and I have looked. And there might be one in a different country that I'm not aware. But I am it for in front of the camera string light guy. And Gene and I had a serious discussion, and I was all but going to switch over to Pixels this year. But if I switch over to Pixels, then you got David from Learn Christmas Lighting, and you got Jeff from Canvas Spader Christmas. Those are the 2 in front of camera Pixel guys. That's it. You got Extreme Ron Howard from Extreme Sequences, who does behind the scenes. He only does voiceovers. And there's a few other small channels, but I'm it in America. I'm the only string light guy. And if I were to switch over to Pixels, there would be no resource whatsoever for string light folks to go to. So Gina and I are going to push off Pixels for a few more years. Eventually, we're probably going to go to it, but not just yet. We're going to do some changes to make it easier for me to the show. I'm done with 5 days in trees. I'm done with that. No more of that. So we're going to intertwine my lights. Going to make that easier to hang lights in trees because it takes me an entire day to get a tree down. I don't mind that. 5 days putting a tree up is too much. I'm done with that. Pixel light guys, put up your entire show in 2 weeks. It takes me months. So there is a strong advantage of that. That was the biggest selling point for me to switch to Pixels. But if I do that, then I'm abandoning an entire genre of YouTubers. So, Haas, we are trying to buy our first house. What? But stuck in Florida for the time being. Next few years, at least, we will be getting our licenses in order. Teaching license is what he's speaking of, I do believe. Very cool. So you put a bid in. You're going to buy a house. Very nice. There is a fella, and I can't remember his name, but he moves every 2 or 3 years, and he does a Christmas show. But he only does, and there's tons of folks who do Christmas shows that only do their Christmas displays. They don't do any how-tos like I do. But he moves every 2 or 3 years, and he buys a house according to his Christmas light needs. My wife is awesome, but she would not allow that. So, Braden says, I'm trying to decide if I should do an animated this year or wait another year. What do you think? I think you should do it this year, Braden. The sooner you get in on it, the sooner you. Now that I know how to do animation, it's extremely easy. Getting into it is difficult. For David from Learn Christmas Lighting has a Christmas Light Academy where if you pay him, I think he's charging $250. He charged me $50. And it is a fantastic academy of how to learn how to do pixels from scratch. In the last year, and I haven't told anybody this. I don't even think I told Haas this. I went back to college. That's one reason why I don't do my Monday lives anymore is because normally on Mondays, from time at 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., I'm doing my entire week of coursework. I dropped out of college foolishly back in the 90s. And apparently after 20 years, none of your college credits count. So I had to start from scratch. I just like to learn. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. It does nothing for me at work. I just like to learn. So that is another reason why I don't do go back to. It's another reason why I don't do lives anymore. And I forget why I just mentioned that. For going off on a tangent. Well, yeah, but learning. So I paid the money to be in David's Christmas Academy, and I don't have time to do any of it. I don't have time to educate myself. I know it's easy. If I took a day and sat down and learned everything, it'd be simple. David is I talk quickly if you can't tell. David talks very slowly. So there's a huge advantage of doing pixels. There is. Mostly for me, the biggest selling point is time consumption. I could put up an entire show in 2 weeks. I could take an entire show down in 1 day. Right now, that's not at all how it works for me. I start September 19th last year. I started on Hannah's birthday. Hannah is Haas's wife from Off Kilter Homestead. So let's see here. Switch back over. Yeah, so Braden, I would recommend you get like a 16 channel deal. Just get 16 channels to animate and you'll be just fine. This is the wire stripper I use. This is an amazing kit. I'll do that in reverse for you. You can see that here again in a second. Let me get the other end of this. So all you do is you just put this in here. Get that right. Boom, and it automatically strips it for you. How clever is that? I used to just use wire strippers, but this is just so dang easy. So much better. So how I'm going to connect these is kind of an old school way. Heat shrink really is the way to go, simply because it all but eliminates the possibility for any moisture whatsoever to get in there. I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way, which is just using connectors, and you can see there all the lights come on. So this is going to be an easy fix. So, yeah, shouldn't shock me a ton. Might get a little shocked here. It's probably best to unplug these, but I'm not going to because that doesn't make for entertaining TV. So just going to twist those together. Just use a connector here to fix these. Heat shrink really is the way to go. One thing I do when I do fix lights and forever be attached on the ground or near ground level. I will not ever put this up. It has fail again. I want to be able to get to it quickly. And I mark these with neon orange tape. That way I will always know how to fix it. I'll always know, hey, this is one you repaired. You repaired it with a connector. And like I have green for my green lights. But any light I repair or strobe lights, I always use neon orange lights. And I will just tape these with some electrical tape. And that's an easy fix. Now, this right here that I'm fixing, this is just holiday time lights. Brand new in box. I think anymore these are about $7, which no big deal to spend $7. I actually have an entire 40-gallon tote full of green LEDs. But when you start talking tens of thousands of lights, it's best to fix it. And boom, right there. We just fixed an entire string in less than 2 minutes. So what are you guys doing tonight is the question. Braden, what are you doing? Haas, what are you doing? Other than buying a house, which you always remember finding out on St. Patty's Day. John, I highly recommend you start a channel. I got off on tangents with Braden's question. Switch over to StreamYard. There it is. Boom. John, I highly suggest you start a channel. And for 3 reasons. One, it keeps you, the reason why I actually started this channel is because I would find myself year after year, it'd be September, and it's time for me to hang lights, but I didn't do a bit of programming January through September. And the second year I did that, I'm like, I got to come up with something that's going to keep me motivated to stay on task year round. And I'm like, hey, why don't I start a channel? Because that's, you know what, you start a weekly channel and you're forced to stay on task. So I had some back issues this in February. I'm going to school, work full time, go to school 4 times, 4 kids, a dog that steals bread. I am all my free time is accounted for. So one thing I'll be doing this year is more more how-tos. So the next video I have coming out, I believe, is going to be how to prepare a piece of wood for sanding. or not for sanding, but how to prepare a piece of wood to cut for a reindeer. So I got I'm going to show you how to make 2 different reindeers this year. What are you guys doing? See the twist is out of line. Does the twist matter? John, it's Christmas on Crestline at gmail.com. I see the twist is out of line. I assume you're talking about the twist I just did on this, wherever I did it at, which is why I usually use neon tape to mark my spot, but I did not do it this time. Oh, there it is. You know, did I bring the orange tape in? I did not. So we'll use some green tape here to mark my spot. We're doing nothing special. Might watch a movie or two, says Hoss. Movie or two. Now, are you going to watch an Irish movie? I'm trying to think of an Irish movie. There used to be a Disney Irish movie I used to really like as a kid. I can't remember the dang name of it. Flanagan's, maybe. All right, so these green lights are done. We'll put those right there. Yeah. So let's see what's wrong with these green lights. Half come on, half jokes. So let's find out here. I love your how-tos. Thank you, Wendy. Joe's Web. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you on any comments or anything before. So welcome, Joe's Web. So what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a classic outage. As soon as I can get these going. Now, what we have here, these greens with the center is completely out. So now it's time to use the LED keeper. So I'm going to mark the last illuminated spot here. Boom, there. And I've actually lost my other clip. Before I hit live, I had an entire jar full of clothesline clips. No clue where they're from, but we had them. And every one of them broke when I tried to put them on a line. So I'm going to use a large binder tab as my marker. So that's one bad thing about having an oak table is everything slides off. It looks a tad bit disorganized, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to unplug these. Boom, plug it into my LED keeper, which is an amazing freaking tool. One thing I'm doing is Gene and I just booked our reservation. The kids are going to stay here. They're all old enough. Our oldest is 20-something. How old is my oldest? 23. And Heath, who's over here sitting in the chair, is getting ready to graduate. He's 17. Oh, this is broken too. Okay. Well, shoot. Anyway, so we just booked our reservations to go to Trans World. So the kids will be here with tons of cameras to watch them, all by their lonesome. And my mother-in-law lives a couple houses down, so that'll work out. But yeah, we're going to go to the Trans World Convention this year, so that'll be pretty fun. So we'll do some lives from there. I've already have some interviews lined up with some folks there, some industry leaders. So let's see here. So got another squirrel causing me problems here. I was hoping I could show you an LED keeper issue, but see, these are not plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Boom, cut right there. Leave a lot of lead wire. Again, boom, instantly strips it, which is pretty cool. And strips that again. Catch myself up in the comments. Let's see here. No Irish movie. Let me switch over to StreamYard here. Let's see. Them home cameras would have killed an entire movie genres in the 80s if they were around. Yep. Let's see here. Hello to Freeze Bubby's Fiber Frolic. That is an awesome name. Not for nothing, but I'm going to save this. And next time I play Scrabble, I'm winning with Freezer Bubbies. That's an awesome name. So welcome to the show. I don't think I've seen you in the chats either. Let's see here. No Irish movie. Hannah hasn't seen Tipple. Hasn't seen Tipple Graydon yet? What in the world is Tipple Graydon? I've never heard of that movie. And neither Citizen Kane's a classic. Braveheart is Scottish. That's correct. Braveheart is Scottish. That was one thing about the 80s movies. They're always kind of the same. But you know what? And I will swear in a stack of Bibles, the greatest period for movies, 1984 to 1986, best 3-year period of movies, hands down, not even close. So many classics: Karate Kid, Back to the Future, Goonies. This list goes on and on. Trading Places. There's a ton and ton and ton. So many good movies at that time. All right, let's see here. Okay, so let me plug these in and see if this is just a simple fix. I was hoping I could show you how to fix with the keeper. Yep, that's all it is a squirrel issue. Okay, so we'll use another connector here. So Haas, same town, or where are you moving to? You moving to a different town, different spot in Florida, or what? Oh, and also, how close are you to the University of Southern Florida? Buddy of mine, Wichita State is our hometown school here, and they're in the American Athletic Conference, which is also home to South Florida. And a buddy of mine lives just a few minutes down from there and invited us down to watch a game next season. So we might do that. And if you're close, we might swing by and say hi to you. That's not working. Let's use a blue. On to lunch break. Just stop in to say hello. Well, hello, sweet tea. Teresa's on lunch break. Good to see you. We're just fixing some lights and having a chit chat. Teresa, what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day today? You doing anything special this evening or anything fun to do? James, hey James, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Thanks for stopping in and having a chit chat. What are you doing for St. Patty's Day today? All right, so like I did for the first one, I'm going to wrap some electrical tape on here. And again, this is just a quick, simple solution you can do anytime you have lights go out. Like I said, the best way is to heat shrink them, and we will have a how-to about that coming up here later in the year, sometime between now and in our July Christmas in July series. So boom, another strand of green lights has been saved. So we can move on to the next one. Not much, okay? Getting ready for my live tea party. That is freaking cool. Now, are you a green tea, black tea? Are you a fruity tea? What's your go-to tea there? Fiber Frolic. Love that name. That's a great name. Let's see, blues. What's wrong with my blues here? Just going for a quick car trip. Okay. A quick car trip. What in the world is a quick car trip? You getting your car washed? Okay, these are completely dead. That is always problematic when they're completely dead because you don't quite know where the problem is going to be at. Hello, LED Keeper. Time for the old LED Keeper to earn its place in the show today. Let's see here. So when you have a string that is completely dead, like this is, first thing you always want to do is double, triple check. So I'm gonna double, triple check. Yes, none of them came on. Cool. So you plug them into the LED Keeper, and let's see here. And you just kind of pick a spot and just start testing. Now when I did my LED Keeper video. Oh, first of all, decided to grow a beard. So I'm gonna try to be like Hoss. Not going to do the mountain beard that Haas has got. Haas has a beautiful mane of a beard, but I haven't had a beard in years. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a beard for 30 days and see what it looks like after 30 days. So it'll probably get shaved off. The wife's not a huge fan, but we'll find out. So we want to plug it in and see if anything works. So you all noticed a minute ago when these are plugged in and had power, there wasn't a speck of a light on. Now I have about half of the light working from this bulb to this bulb. Okay, so we are going to take our clips. Where in the world is my clip? They were on a green earlier. Did I leave them on? I lose more clips by having chitter chats and not paying attention. Okay, there's one. There we go. So they were on this. Okay, so we're going to get our clips. And we pull the trigger again. Okay, so we know that this one works, and we know it works all the way down to this one. So put a clip on that. Now I'm just going to move on down here to the beginning. This is a little bit unique because they actually have two of these extra fuse connectors. These are the easiest ones to throw away because if the fuse in here is bad, there's no way to fix that. And by say throw them away, you throw the wire away, you save the bulbs. Always save the bulbs. Always save the bulbs because I've had a strand of reds this year that when I fixed them with the keeper, I think we went through 13 bulbs on one strand. They were just a ton bad. Okay, so this is a 3-wire. On 3 wires, you got to test all 3. So that bulb's good, and this bulb's good. Oh, okay. So that one is good. So it actually might be the fuse. All of these bulbs work. Yep, all the bulbs work all the way. You give it some power real quick. Oh. Okay, all the bulbs work over to this one. So we're going to go on the other side of it. Okay, so that's not working. That does work, so we know that bulb works. So move it over to here. And the whole point of these markers is just so you don't lose your spot. That's all they want to stay on. That's all it really is. All right. And the first time you say, I don't need to mark it, I'll remember. You won't. Always use them. I've had to redo lights so many times. Okay, so ideally I get a bad bulb here at some point so I can show you how to fix it. Okay, so just going down the line, let us move further down the line here. Let's just go to the end. Let's jump to the end. Oh, the question I get a lot, started to mention this earlier, I stopped. Question I get a lot is, I poke so many holes in these things. People are like, you poke so many holes in them, there's no way that you can use them again because you have all these holes, water's going to get them. This, believe it or not, is actually self-healing plastic. All it needs is a touch of heat, and by touch of heat, I mean 80-degree weather for about 5 minutes, and they actually self-heal. They're actually designed to do that. Now, this is acting a little bit unusual. Normally, half of them would come on rather than one at a time, which tells me it probably is a fuse. I may actually have to throw these away. Hopefully, I can fix them in front of you. That was the whole point of today, is fixing them in front of you with the keeper. All right, so we get a few more coming on now. Let's see here. Oh, is this going to be a bad one? Finally a bad bulb. So you notice everything on here is powered on. Everything to your right of this bulb. And everything on this side is the bad bulb. That means this is the bad bulb. So we're going to take our marker, put it right there. Before I fix that, I'm going to catch up on some comments. I'll see here. Beard on, brother. Yeah. Let's go back over here. Beard on. So most folks know that Scott and Bart from the Scotch Test Tummies are good friends of mine. We hang out all the time. Bart, God bless him, likes to dye his beard because he doesn't like the calico look, the gray, the white, and the brown. I'm not going to dye my hair. Bart's awesome. Love Bart, but I will not dye my hair, dye my beard. That's my dog. He says hi. Let's see here. Bought a bunch of blue icicle lights after the winter season. Their lights not working just after when you're frustrated. These holiday time lights are designed to last 1 to 3 years. If you get greens, actually work the best for me. The reds actually fail the most. Blues kind of hit or miss, but greens are just the workhorses of the bunch. Commercial grade lights are designed to last 10 to 20 years. Retail grade is 1 to 3. And it's kind of like, I don't have an iPhone, but I hear my daughter and all our kids have iPhones. And the big thing is that they designed for the battery to fail. Maybe they do, I don't know. But that's a good way for them to come back and get you. Your lights go bad all the time. Get an LED keeper. It's a lifesaver. 2 big problems with this, which I have not had a single problem of. The 2 common things is the battery is bad right out of the box. So Scott P had that problem. He's a frequent commenter. Scott P got this, tried everything, and it just didn't work. All it was is a 9-volt battery needed to be replaced. The second thing is the pin here fails folks a lot. Like I said, I haven't had a problem with it. The pin is easily replaceable, and I do have a link in if you go to the LED Keeper episode I have, there's a link to fix stuff in the description. But those are the two common things. But this right here, I think I paid $25 for it. I would buy it for $200. That saved me so much money this year. Just had. Let's see here. Oh, crazy popular. Oh my goodness. A green beard with lights and little bull balls would look so cool. You're not wrong, CPL. And CPL, somebody that was in the Christmas in July fairies with me. And I'll have you know, I was the first male fairy. I say that with pride. Heck yeah. And Christmas in July fairies is coming up again. And for those that don't know, I think most everybody in this chat is aware. Got Jackson here too. You know what? Top of the morning to you, Jax. I think everybody in here is aware. I think actually everybody in here participated with the exception of maybe Brandon, John, and James. And James is the other fellow who has his own channel. I'm sorry, James. I should have talked about you earlier. James is Kid Christmas. I talked at the beginning of this live that I am the only in front of camera string light guy. Guess what? Not anymore. I forgot. James, I apologize for leaving you out of that conversation. James just started his called Kid Christmas. And go check out his channel. He's just starting. And James, I hope, continues this for many decades to come, builds up his library. And I think, James, if you do that, you'll become an industry leader by the time you hit 18 or so. And I think you can build a Christmas empire. Whoa. I don't know if that was funny. But yeah, check out James' channel, Kid Christmas. He's an up-and-comer in the Christmas string light. And I think James is only the other guy who does in front of camera string lights. He's a young feller, so good for the next generation coming up and taking over for us. But there's James. But Kid Christmas, and once this video is done, I will put a link to his channel in this live's description if any of you are interested. Let's see here. So yeah, James. Anyway, but Christmas is July fairies. What is that? So this year it starts on July 1st, and it's just it's kind of a contest of sorts. You do a welcome to video, and people comment. You choose. In the past, I chose a comment I liked and a random comment, and then I did a coin flip between those two. First year, who was my first year's winner? I can't remember her name. Bless her heart. I'm sorry. It'll come to me here in a second. But she was just amazing. She was an awesome winner. And I sent her some my Starburst lights. And then we did the Harvest Moon giveaway that Hoff started from Off Kilter Homestead. And my winner was Less Than Pleasant. I make it well known that I do two winners. And then I have a coin flip. She didn't care for that. And she was my coin flip winner, but still didn't care for that. She was made it well known she didn't like my methods. So I will no longer do that. I will just do what everybody else does this year, and I will just do one winner, and it will be random because I'm not going through that again. Let's see here. Beard on, brother. Let's see. Let me just scroll down here. I'm in the middle of editing 4 videos, and I'll have them uploaded within a week. So, Braden, are you starting a channel? If so, what's the name of it? Let us know. Let's see here. Yeah, so John started a channel. Just if I had it to do over again, I already know what we're going to eventually change the name of our channel. Just nothing right now. I already have the name picked out. I already have the email and the name already saved for me. We will eventually change the name of this channel because if I move, my channel means nothing. I should have come up with something different. I never thought Christmas on Crestline was just a name for me to earmark the show on YouTube, which is actually why YouTube started in the first place, was to share family videos. It was just a way for me to let my wife's family in Indiana be able to see our display. And then it kind of morphed into what it is today. But I should have come up with a different name. So, John, take your time like James did. James went with Kid Christmas. So take your time and come up with a cool name, and I can help you with that if you need to. I have a couple of ideas that I'm not going to use that you could use. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the comments. Oh, Thunderbird Green T. I missed your comment. I apologize. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Indiana. I put it up a few green lights when going to bed. Soon I work as a graveyard shift. Okay, well, thank you so much, Thunderbird, for coming in and saying hello. Let me scroll back up to you here so everybody can see your comment. I missed you a long time ago, as it turns out. So, India, we have a lot of yarn tubers, a lot of homesteaders coming in from Indiana, which is where Haas is originally from. It's where my wife is from. I have a video. I forget what I titled it now, but last July we went and helped my father-in-law with his yard work. He is a legitimate tourist attraction in southern Indiana, in Lagodi, Indiana. They call him the Birdman of Lagodi. He's been in National Geographic. He's get interviewed all the time, and I think about a 5 to 10 minute video display in his yard. So check that out if you're from Indiana. Odds are, if you're from Indiana, you've heard of him. So the Birdman of Lagodi, Bill the Birdman. You should do your own, Charlie. I'm passing on the fairies. Too much drama, but I would join you. Oh, I thought about that last Christmas, and you're right. There's a lot of drama. Needless drama. It's just for fun, and it's for camaraderie. Hello, wife. You want to pop in and say she's fresh out of the shower, got some wet hair, got a green on. You want to pop in for a quick hello?
Nope.
But yeah, Dana from Dana's Wanderlust Crochet started that, and she's had some problems with some drama as well. The whole point of it, to me, is camaraderie, building up. I mean, I got Crazy Poppy Lady, I got Mama Swift, I got Wendy Bell, I got Creations by Jack, I got Joe's Web. I love this name, Freeze Babee's Fiber Frolic. I'm gonna use that in a Scrabble. I got all you folks from the fairies. We're all I think buddies now. I consider Haas one of my good friends. Never met the fellow in person. The whole point of that to me is just camaraderie, just fellowship, really, just having fun, talking to one another. And I thought about, and I think Haas actually asked me if I was going to do one for Christmas. I'm just so busy during Christmas, and I think Haas, if you're still watching, you can probably attest to the time and effort it took for you to do that. I may do one this year, and if I might do one this year, and if I do, it'll probably start on Thanksgiving. I don't know. We'll see. I thought about it. I just know it's a ton of work. Remember, Jax was the fiercer. Dana has learned a lot. That's true. She's done 2 videos this last week about it. She has learned a lot. She'll do it. CPL, we could have some fun thinking of names for you, but don't use Cheeky Flasher. That may get you in trouble. Hey, wife, can I change the name of the channel to the Cheeky Flasher? She's just deadpanning at me. So no, I can't change the name to Cheeky Flasher. Anyway, back to the lights here. Well, actually, that was a name for John's channel, wasn't it? John, you should absolutely use that name. That'd be awesome. Because, and I get your joke because you're flashing lights. So that would be a fantastic name for a Christmas light show. You're not wrong. All right, so where are we at? We got the light marked here. Double, triple check. It's not working. Okay, so when last we were back here, we have identified all the lights here on your right are on the other side of it. Yeah, all the lights on the other side are gone. So this is going to be a bad bulb, and I don't think I have the right bulb here. Yeah, this is one of my 50s. I actually don't think I have a blue 50 with me because they do different. Yep, they do. I don't have a bulb here for that. So I will earmark this and fix it later. The bulb for this strand is out in my garage. So I'll earmark that. Boom. So that will be able to fix that. This here. So those will be done. And these 50s, there's 2 different types of, and I don't know how well you'd be able to see that. Nah, you won't be able to see that very well. But on these, the copper is there. Normally the copper, one of the greatest failures here is the copper will just wear off. As one of the biggest problems with retail grade Christmas lights is the copper right here will fall off. And I don't think I have any. Let's open a new one. I imagine all threads go bad pretty easy. You can instantly see the difference in the types of ends. So the copper here is a little bit longer. Copper there is incredibly short. And with commercial grade lights, you're going to get shorter wires. That's one reason why they fail. They're shorter. The longer the cord you have, the more likely it is to break on you. So do I have any reds I need to fix? Seems like I've already fixed these reds. Let's try these reds real right quick. Oh, completely dead. Sweet. So let's see here if these have been eaten or if these are just bad. I don't see any cuts, so maybe they're just bad. I can see one light there is out. So this might be an issue right there. Let me replace that real quick. Let's see if that's just a quick fix. Nope. That one's not plugged in. Let's see if that works real quick. Okay, so just fixing that one light I can tell is broken. Illuminates half the string. So we will earmark that. Boom. It is eaten. There it is. Okay. I'm telling you, squirrels. If you know for a fact you have a squirrel's nest in a tree and you don't want to get the squirrels down, don't put them on that tree. I actually took the time to ensure I didn't have any squirrel nests in this tree, and the squirrels still got me. And that's all right. It gives me a reason to talk to you folks. Right? All right, these are unplugged. Screw that in right quick. Plug them back in. Plug them back in, and boom, they all work. Okay, so just another issue of a squirrel getting me. Screw these connectors on, and I just, do I have another one? Yeah, let's do the orange. If I can get it going. That's one, and the heat shrink, if you don't know what it is, it's just plastic tubing. You put the wires in on the other side of the plastic tubing, and you use a special heat gun, and it instantly shrinks that down and instantly connects the lights and makes them watertight. So like I said, I'll have a video of that coming out here later. Haas, have you gotten the phone call yet? You got any word on your new house? We switch over to the other comments. Let's see here. I'm down for Harvest Moon again, says Jax. Haas, good question. Haas, two things. Did you get your phone call yet about your new house? And are you going to do Harvest Moon again? So you ran that beautifully. And for those that don't know, Haas's channel's winner was the grand prize winner. And I don't have any whites on the table with me, so I'm not going to fix the whites. So kind of clean up my mess here a little bit. Let's see here. No phone call yet, so I'm calling, and I'm on hold now. Don't you love being on hold? We put in I spent some money on. I like a nice lawn. I'm not quite to the get off my lawn kids kind of guy. So I think a lawn is there to be used for fun, whether it be throwing frisbee, throwing a football, whatever. But I like a nice lawn. Normally, in my last house we had, I sodded my lawn myself. Magnificent. Here I'm like, I'll take care of myself. I don't want to sod it. I'll seed it. I did that 3 years in a row. I couldn't get it to go, so I paid a company to come in, kill off my entire lawn, and reseed it. And it looked decent. Didn't look great. And they said, don't worry, come spring, it'll be a nice carpet. It's full of weeds. So I've been calling the company and calling the company and calling the company. So I'm like, hey, figure it out. And they're like, your one guy's on vacation. It's a huge company. I don't need to talk to one guy. But Gene and I are going to do some redesigning of the lawn. Going to take the bushes out so it doesn't block people's view. And do some other work on that. Let's see here. No phone call yet. He's on hold. I may start a little later this year, but Harvest Moon 2021 will be happening. Very cool. So if we did that, if we did the CIJF, the Christmas in July fairies, then we switch into Harvest Moon. And I forget when yours got done. Alexa, when is the Harvest Moon this year?
Here's something I found on the web. According to hubpages.com, the harvest moon is a full moon that appears in late September or early October.
Late September, early October. Okay, so you're probably going to... Alexa, stop. So that is something that will probably be done at least by November, right? So if I did one, what do you guys think I should call it if I did one myself here this year? The Christmas... What? Christmas in July fairies. See, I never would have come up with the word fairies, but Harvest Moon Festival, Harvest Moon giveaway, Christmas giveaway. I think that might get lost in the shuffle of all the other Christmas stuff. Any ideas? Anybody? If I did a Christmas one, James, you have any ideas for names? Let's see here. I can't think of any names to call it. I'm sure I could if I thought about it. But, yeah, I might do one. If I do one, it'll be right around probably right around Thanksgiving is when I would do it. Let's see here. Trying to see how long I've been live for. I guess I could just look at the clock. It's 46 minutes. We'll do a few more minutes. Let's see here. So when I get done here, see, we're gonna go run some few errands, and we're gonna go hit up. We're start doing some hopping. We're some restaurant hopping. There is a our favorite barbecue spot in town. It's called Bite Me Barbecue, and for $12.50, you get a 32-ounce Bloody Mary, which Gina and I are fans of Bloody Marys, and you get a hot link, you get a rib, you get a brisket, you get a huge chunk of cheese, you get a hot pickle. You get basically the whole meal inside of the Bloody Mary. So we order 2 Bloody Marys, and there's no need to order any food. Let's see, burnt ends, ribs, hot link, and I'm missing something else. But it's all in the drink, and it's all full-size food. So we usually get that to start our day when we go down there. And there's a couple bourbon bars down there. There's the Monarch, where you can go and sample different drams of whiskeys that you're interested in, or bourbons or rye or what have you. Oh, I like that, Jax. That's interesting. The Christmas on Crestline elves. So you would need, kind of like you had the Christmas in July fairies. So this would be the Christmas on Crestline elves. The Christmas in Crestline Kringle elves. Trying to stay with the alliteration. Let's see here. The channel name is Lighting Up Maple. Oh, that's right. I forgot. You did name it Lighting Up Maple. And I should have videos uploaded by next week. So, okay. Just emailed you, Poppy. That's Mama Swift. Charlie's Angels.
That was good.
Why didn't I? Oh, I think you nailed it, Jack. Charlie's Angels. I like it. Because much like fairies, they can be boy and girl, it's gender neutral. So are angels, right? Charlie's Angels, I like it. That might even my wife popped up. I don't know if you heard her. She goes, "That was good." Isn't that right, wife? Yeah. Let's see here. So where'd you go, Braden? Lighting Up Maple. Charlie Christmas Angels, Charlie Christmas Elves. Mind blown, right? Heck yeah, mind blown. Charlie Christmas Elves. There's something in there. Charlie Christmas Angels, Charlie Christmas Elves. We'll figure it out. So I'll probably do one. The more I say it out loud, the more I'm talking myself into it. I just know how much work it is. And I'll be done with school by then. I think I graduate in September. So I'll be done with school. I'll have my time freed up then. So, yeah, I can probably do it. I'm not pretty enough to be an angel. Definitely not putting on Farrah's hair. Pulling it off. Haas, long, luscious wig with your nice salt and pepper beard. Yeah, you could not only be a Charlie's Angel, you could also step in for Def Leppard lead singer anytime you want. So, yeah, just say you weren't told it wasn't Halloween still. So, yeah, heck yeah. lead singer, do some. I know you like some 80s heavy metal band. You talk all the time about how you were born in the wrong decade. So, like, yeah. Okay, gotcha. Bosley. Jax, you're just nailing it today. My wife and I did, we have another channel called Multicasting, and she had, I think it was in our old Barton review, she just had excellent idea after great articulation, and I had to stop and give her several of these. So, Jax, here's to you. You're nailing it today. Nice. So, let's see. Does anybody have any questions? This was a St. Patty's Day Q&A. So, do you guys have any questions for me? We went through a little bit. I actually didn't realize these were all cut. Those are too easy of a fix. I actually kind of wanted to show off the LED keeper type of deal. So, any questions, folks? I'm here all day. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. So Haas is going to wear a wig. I think we've all realized he's given his word on that. So, yeah. Yeah. So any questions? And Braden, a good person for you to talk to. James, if you're still on, Braden, you guys are about the same age. I think, James, you're a little older. But you guys would be two up and comers in the Christmas string light industry. So if you guys, so you're probably a little too young to make it out. And James, you're in Colorado to the conventions this year. And if you weren't tuned in earlier, Gene and I are going to the Trans World Convention, which is kind of a weird name. But the Trans World Convention is this year in May. It's supposed to be actually this weekend, but they pushed it back to May. And it is Christmas light, strings. It is Halloween decorators, and it is escape room. So there used to be 3 separate conventions by the same company, and they combined them into one convention and called it Trans World. Gina and I actually applied for a press. Well, actually, I applied for my wife and I to have a press pass. And the reason why is there's a green room, but there's a room you can go to. If people will come in, you can interview them. I have a couple of interviews set up already for that, but those are folks that I've already been in contact to prior to that. Well, Angela from Creative Display, she's going to be there, and we'll probably get an interview with her and some other booths. But I put in for a press pass. That way it makes it easier to bring more interviews to you if I'm able. We'll probably do at least one live there, depending on how the Wi-Fi is set up. We'll do at least one live every day. And then do a ton, probably 2 other videos recorded. I'm hoping we can do 1 live a day and 2 other recorded videos. And when we come back, start cranking those interviews out to you more often. CPL says, how long does it take a leprechaun to change a light bulb? Legitimate question. I'm going to say, there's got to be a punchline to that, right? How long does it take a leprechaun to change a light bulb? Do you have any guesses, wife? I guess she's not sitting there anymore. Can't see with the lights in my face. I give up. How long does it take a leprechaun to change a light bulb? Jack says, what is your go-to LEDs for indoors? I have actually gotten to be a big fan of Kapower. They have sent me different lights to test, the fairy lights. And I wish I could redo that review. And I guess I could, but they sent me the wires, and I was naive to them, or the wires. They sent me the lights, and I was naive. They're fairy lights. And the copper is exposed. You see the copper wire, it's got a translucent covering on it. And I thought, what a horrible idea. These are stupid. No, they're not. They're amazing. You can write. I mean, they're so thin and pliable, they don't break. I thought these are just going to break instantly. And Tommy, our daughter, has them down in her room, decorated beautifully. For indoors, fairy lights are the way to go. If you're talking about for Christmas lights, like for your Christmas tree, I just use holiday time for my indoor lights for those. But for decorating, actually, let me get my remote real quick. So for decorating for inside the house right here, and I don't know how well you'll be able to tell this with the lights on, but we have LED lights back here, and we have them all throughout our kitchen, dining room, and upstairs area. And see if you can notice the change here. Oh. So there we went to blue. You can kind of tell that. See, green, you can tell it a little bit. Blue, red, you can tell it just a little bit. But my YouTube lights are kind of on. But strip lights is the correct answer. Turn back to green. Boom. Strip lights is the correct answer for any decoration because they provide a back glow of a nice whatever light. So we do a lot of tailgating here for we're in Kansas, so we're Chiefs fans, and so for every game day we turn the whole upstairs red. My wife got her bachelor's from K-State, Kansas State University, and she got her master's from Wichita State University. So if we're watching a K-State game, boom, purple. If we're watching WSU, yellow. So it's fun when you have people over. It looks kind of neat. So that's what we do for up here. For just a Christmas tree, I would just use these lights, these holiday time lights. And for decorating bedroom, absolutely could power fairy lights. They're like $20. They are like 200 feet of kick butt fairy lights for $20. They're awesome. Did we ever get an answer to that? Let's see. Longer than it takes him to get out of the pub. Yeah. Dad joke. How long does it take a leprechaun to change a light bulb? Longer than it takes to get him out of the pub. Okay, there you go. Let's see. I have some of those. It's on like a thread spool. Seems so delicate. Didn't know it. Yes, they do. They seem incredibly delicate. They seem like it's a joke. Why would anybody make such a weak, delicate's a great word, fragile even product? Well, they're not. They're awesome. But ours didn't come in a legit spool. They came kind of on a flat piece of cardboard, which I thought was a horrible, not display, a presentation. The presentation was lacking. But the product and the review, I'm like, I recommended it, thankfully, but I didn't spend as much time with it as I should have prior to the review. I like doing cold reviews. That's what Gene and I do on our review channel, on our other channel, Multicasting. We do a lot of cold reviews because to me, the first impression is the best impression. I was wrong with those lights. They're much better than the review I gave them. So do you have an opinion on the Super Bowl outcome? I do. They sucked. I have no idea. The Super Bowl outcome, the Chiefs lost, obviously, to Tom Brady this year. We scored 9 points thanks to our kicker. And I thought for certain we had that. I wanted Tampa. I'm a Tom Brady fan. I am. I'm a Tom Brady fan. And up until now. But I thought for certain, I'm like, we were down. Who cares if we're down? You know why? Because the fourth quarter, we're gonna flip a switch like we always do. Didn't do it. And years ago, I used to be a very passionate fan. Every down was important. And then there was a small fire in the backyard one time after a game. How it started, no one knows. But I thought, you know what? Maybe I ought to downshift and just enjoy the sport for what it is, not be a fanatic, maybe just be a fan. So, I'm getting the salt and pepper beard. Time for some wisdom to come out. So, yeah. So, can't win them all. Didn't win them all. Good for the Bucks for doing what they needed to do. Let's see here. It is coming up on here for an hour. Is he eating a bowl of Lucky Charms? Good question, John. So, John, you said you emailed me. If you didn't, it's Christmas on Crestline@gmail.com. Braden, if you and Jax, we're reading Jax's comments. Braden, if you and James have not chatted, and you're probably neither one of you probably still on, you're probably both hopefully in school. Probably just talk to me on your lunch hour. But I'll get a hold of you both and kind of connect you two, especially after your channel starts, Braden. But that's about it. I'm trying to see if anybody has any questions, and I'm not sending them to switch over to the other one. Nope. So I'm going to sign off, folks. Appreciate you guys watching. We have some how-tos coming up of sorts of late. Some just kind of some simple ones, things I like to see review style on YouTube when I want to know how to do something is baby step by baby step. Talk to me like I'm a kindergartner with the Big Chief tablet and the crayons. So for the video I did a couple days ago or a couple weeks ago, might actually been last week, the Winfield collection, board preparation is key. So we'll do board preparation. Then we'll go into step by step. So there'll be quick videos. And then the whole point is to have a playlist for people to go to. Okay, I want to know how to do this. Boom, here's a playlist. So that's what I appreciate when I watch somebody else's. So that's how I'm going to treat it. Mama Swift, you too. You did. Okay, good. Braden, okay, there you are. So yeah, go to Kid Christmas, Braden, and introduce yourself on one of his videos and just say hi to him. So that way you guys can start networking because that is going to be the way to do it. I think that's going to be it for me today, guys. I do appreciate you watching. Go get your Irish on. Whether it's happy St. Patty's Day and happy Festival of St. Patrick, I guess is what they say in Ireland. So happy St. Patty's Day. It's time for me and my wife to go get our Irish on. See you guys.